Wait, I'm confused. Where do us 30-year-olds fit into all of this? The Substance, released in 2024, nominated for Best Picture at that year's Academy Awards, and is directed by Coralie Fargeet, who's also behind the film Revenge, and an episode of the amazing Netflix series The Sandman. And this film is starring Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley, and Dennis Quaid. And the reason why we're talking about The Substance today is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from a longtime contributor and supporter of this channel, Dr. Camp. Thank you very much for your recommendation and your support and recommending this movie. This film came out late last year and everyone was just raving about it. Like I said, it was nominated for Best Picture at this year's Academy Awards. Demi Moore, I believe, was nominated for Best Supporting Actress. And it's just funny to think about how much people in Hollywood loved this movie. And all this movie does is make fun of all of them. Not just people in Hollywood, but really everyone in California, everyone in LA, everyone who's ever had Botox, filler, plastic surgery, really for the simple reason of not wanting to look your age and wanting to look younger. So when you watch the Oscars, just know that this movie is making fun of each and every single one of you sitting out there. But yet they loved it. I don't know. I don't get it. But this movie is tremendous, and it says a lot. It has a lot of messages behind it. Thank you very much, Dr. Camp, for the recommendation. If anyone else out there also wants to be like Dr. Camp and help support me and contribute to this channel, you can select the QR code that is in the bottom left corner of your screen right now. Send over your donation of $5 or more with your movie recommendation. And if I have access to it, I will watch it, review it, give you a little shout out, just like what I did with Dr. Camp here. Elizabeth Sparkle, who was a television icon for jazzercising and doing a whole bunch of exercise sessions with people on TV, has just turned 50 years old today, meaning that she is ancient and Hollywood doesn't want her anymore. But she is desperate for fame and fortune however she can get it, and learns of a super secret serum that she could take called the Substance, that she comes to find out will clone her, split her into two, one being her current age and one being many years younger. However, both versions of this person need to have equal footing on this planet, and if one of them doesn't obey the balance, Elizabeth will start deteriorating and suffer the consequences. Well, when the new version of Elizabeth, who calls herself Sue, gets to the position where she can have all the fame and fortune that she wants, as long as she starts rehearsing more and putting her face out there more. So yeah, maybe that 7-day time frame that we're given, just give me an extra day, or give me a few more days, that way, and then we'll come back in, then you can have your time, and then I'll come back. But every time that's done, Elizabeth Sparkle, like, her finger becomes old and decrepit, and she looks like the evil witch from Snow White. And basically it gets to the point where this whole balance thing is abused, to where Elizabeth Sparkle looks like an orc from Lord of the Rings. Let me first say that I think that this film, its messages, what it represents, is absolutely brilliant. There is so much discussion to be had around ageism with this film. Clearly you can see how much the younger version of Elizabeth, whose name is Sue, how much she hates the older version, and she hates how she has to cater to the older version. But Elizabeth, the older version, hates this younger version, or it becomes jealous and envious of that younger version because she is now getting all the fame and fortune. And yes, it is technically her, but because the fame is not giving to her like one-on-one, she doesn't think that. She doesn't realize that. So there are many times where these two are going back and forth, whether it's when one is knocked out or when both of them are active and awake at the same time. The movie's just brilliant. At least the script is brilliant. There are aspects of this film that really, I wouldn't say takes it too far, but like, it's clearly we're going for body horror, really the disgust factor here. We don't have to, but that's what we're doing. It's just a clear message and a clear, like, slap across the face to anyone out there who really wants to go through plastic surgery, just make themselves look not how they look now, to make them look younger because they're getting older and they don't like the fact that they're getting older. And it's understandable when you are getting older, especially if you are a woman in this world, how society, at least in Western society, sees you as not as valuable as someone who is younger and doesn't have so much crow's feet and skin lines here and there and gray hair all over the place. It's much easier for someone who considers themselves to be male to be considered desirable as they get older. I understand it. It sucks. It's a stupid concept. But yet we all go along with it, and we all accept it. I've just never been into the whole plastic surgery thing, unless it's like an obvious thing, like you were in a car accident and something happened, or there's a medical condition out there that's challenging just your life in general that you could make better. But for people that just go in because they want their lips to be out here like that the entire time, I just shake my head and laugh at them and go, hey, you should watch this movie, because this movie's making fun of you. Because look at yourself. My wife's been watching that TV show Botched a lot recently, so I've just seen a lot of people who go through certain things when they just don't have to. They don't have to go through this process. If you would have just accepted that you're gorgeous how you look, and I know society doesn't do that, I get that, but if you would have just accepted it, you would have been happier. I just love how this movie calls it out and just brings all of those thoughts to the forefront. And if you are self-aware enough, you realize the messages that are here, and they're definitely valuable in my opinion. And Demi Moore, it's great seeing her in a leading role again. I think she is wonderful. She is fantastic. Margaret Qualley, I think, does a great job of mirroring her and becoming that villainous icon that it's clear that Elizabeth would just be jealous over and swoon over, but yet hate so deeply and so drastically, but also love. Like, there are multiple times in here where Elizabeth has the opportunity to terminate and to get rid of this person, and she almost does it, but then she looks out at the billboard and realizes, no, that is fame and fortune coming to me, just not me directly, but it is me. It's frustrating seeing both of these versions of this character not respect the balance that was told to them to respect, and not realize that there is no she and she, it is just you. Both of you are one. Again, ageism and all that shit. It's just brilliant. In the end, The Substance, definitely worthy of being nominated for Best Picture. It becomes crazy and weird at the end. Dennis Quaid is being as big and swarmy of a Hollywood producer as he could possibly be. And I'm not the biggest Dennis Quaid fan, but you know what? I love the up to 11 notch that he turned himself up to, just becoming this person in power and talking to women like how he does. Like, yeah, that's the perception that producers have. They're just this disgusting, swarmy, white business dude. There's so many great things about this movie. I just feel like in the end it does beat itself over the head just a little bit with the body horror and the messages that it's trying to get across. Even though I think the messages are brilliant, it does get to the point where it's like, okay, you can ease up on pounding it into my skull. I get it. Too much filler, you know? Too much filler, and now everything is bursting and everything is shifting. Is it filler or Botox? It's all the same thing to me. You know, Botox, filler. My wife corrects me on it all the time. To me, it's all the same thing. Botox is the bad one. Filler is just some thing. Whatever. It's all bad. Watch this movie. I'm going to give The Substance 4 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I like it a lot.
So guys, if you've seen The Substance, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell. See you the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.